Howdy, friends. Welcome to the chaos that is my reading space. I have a deck to look at with you today. Kind of a review. It is the Book of Shadows, an alchemist's story. It's a deck by Andrea Aste, who did another deck, I think called the Book of Shadows 2. Not 2 as in the second, but as in also. And it's a black and white, well, really kind of sepia and white. And I meant to look it up before I started this and forgot. And I can't find it now. Don't you love when I do this? Tarot of Light and Shadow? Well, Lost Code of Tarot. The Lost Code of Tarot. That is the name of the other deck. So this is a very similar deck, and let me zoom in. And it was a Kickstarter that I kickstarted. I backed. I don't even remember when, a while ago. And I was sort of drawn to its kind of fun, magical quality, and I liked the art style. So it comes with this book, which is kind of a graphic novel / little white book. There's some interviews with John Matthews and Sasha Graham in here. I've looked at it a little bit. It's not, again, when it comes to sort of books that come with decks, I don't tend to look too deeply at them unless the deck is sort of uniquely its own thing. And this is really a Rider-Waite-Smith deck with its own art style, but it's Rider-Waite-Smith. So the book is nice. I don't know. I will try to leave whatever is findable about this deck in the description below. There's one extra card. It is called the Stair of Lost Steps. And I will take that out. This is the back, which I like. The cardstock is super glossy and very, very thick. It's a thick deck. Glossy is not my favorite. I think, it looks really nice. But as I always say, it's just not my fave. So it's pretty standard issue Rider-Waite-Smith with this very kind of cool linear art style. It's relatively diverse, I would say. And that surprised me. Mostly because I don't remember when I kickstarted it. Looking at it that closely, I think it's just very kind of on a whim. But it does have lots of different skin tones and facial structures, etc. So I think it's really charming. It's a charming deck. I think overall that is my relationship with it. I find it charming. I'm not in a Waite-Smith space at the moment. Kind of very actively enjoying an array of luscious pip deckage. But, Kickstarters come in when they come in, if they come in at all. And so I got this. And I really do. I think, again, the art style to me is very kind of deco almost, you know what I mean? Like these very linear, angular qualities. The color palette's very rich. It's fun. I think it's sweet, and I don't mean that in a condescending way, although that could sound condescending from someone like me. But it's not, I really like it. Where I was going earlier is I don't know that this is a deck I'm going to reach for very much. Again, partly because I don't reach for straight-up Rider-Waite-Smith very much at all anymore. But I'm always happy to show off decks that I like. It's one of the things that we do here on this channel. So the majors are the majors. No changes in titles. Not really any major derivation. That's not the word I'm reaching for, is it? Derivations? No, that's not the word I'm reaching for. Departations? Departures, maybe, is where we're headed from Waite-Smith, but I quite like it, and it does have, again, maybe even like a Tim Burton quality to it. And then we get into the suits, and it is the Waite-Smith. I love the way that the light plays in these cards that have lights and stars in them. I think that's really pretty, and it's probably hard to see in the video how pretty it looks, but it is really pretty and very glowy and lovely and ethereal. And really nice, rich colors for sure. Like, I love the color palette. I kind of love the array of people in it. They're all very thin and elongated because the style of the art is very thin and elongated. But I like it. It's quite nice. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. Now we head into the old suit of Cuppy-Poos. It's a little whimsical, it's a little cartoony for me, you know, but again, I am sometimes, sometimes I resist decks that are that just because it's, not cool to, cute things, and cute isn't really my brand, but there are a lot of cute decks that I will enjoy, and I wouldn't say that this is any more cartoony than Pamela Coleman Smith's line drawings, you know, which I also, you know, I have moments of loving. It's funny. I've been on this very interesting kick lately of I don't know, this world that we navigate through, and just looking at a kind of outside of the Golden Dawn kind of Euro-Christian landscape that I don't know, I just am so exhausted by. That looks like a cheetah. Oh, it's a butterfly. But again, these stars are really pretty. I really love them. You know, again, this is all, you know, it's just a reinterpretation of Waite Smith in this style. The style is, to me, very cool. I love the lights and the stars. I love the color palette. I love the angularity of it. It's fun. And it's not whimsical to the point of being unserious or childlike or childish. Rather, I think childlike is good. Childish is bad. It's funny how we do that with the English language, isn't it? So here we are, and the deck calls it coins. They're obviously pentacles a la Waite Smith. So, very cute little pauper there. It's theatrical, and that I like. When it comes to sort of more fantastical decks, I think my favorite is the Shadowscapes deck, which is just breathtaking. And I didn't really do many readings last month for February, for Valentine's Day, which often I do. Often I will get a fair amount. And the Shadowscapes is kind of my go-to Valentine's deck. Because of its color palette, it's just gorgeous. It's just making me want to... It's right there in front of me. It's making me want to go pull it down. But there's the Queen of Coins and the King of Coins. So yeah, you know, lots of different skin intonations, lots of... you know, you can actually see nationalities depicted. I will give it a shuffle. It's, you know, again, it's thick. It's not impossible, but it's not easy. You know, it's definitely in there. It overhands relatively nicely, and in that way it fits in the hand kind of comfortably and satisfyingly, too. This cardstock reminds me of the Circo Tarot. Maybe a little thicker than that. Actually, the deck in general reminds me a little of the Circo Tarot, which I had briefly. I'd gotten it in a trade, and that I think I ended up trading it away again because someone really wanted it. And I wasn't really using it. I do need to, give a rest to the deck buying. I'm looking in front of me here, there's a Kipper deck I promised I would review. Well, I didn't promise, it wasn't like I was being begged for a review, I just want to do it because I like it. There's a deck that I got, the Slavic Legends Tarot I got, some woodland child deck that I thought would be cute and is a little too much. But yeah, no, I need to stop with the deck buying. And actually I have for, a reasonable amount stopped with the deck buying lately and just turned into book buying. So I'll just lay some out for you. But I think it's lovely, you know what I mean? So, bravo to the artist, truly. And I think the whole environment of the book, if you do enjoy, guidebooks and graphic novels, I think that's very cool. John Matthews says something in his introduction that I find kind of interesting, in that I don't believe it, and I think someone with as much knowledge as he has should know better. But the thing about the book that I can't understand is whether it's like meant to be taken seriously or not, and the tone of it is kind of hard to land on. But anyway, the deck itself, I think, is a winner. So and I think, if you're definitely in that Rider-Waite-Smith space, if you like kind of stylized, fantastical, even comic booky, stylishly comic booky deck, then the Book of Shadows by Andrea Aste, I think, is nice. And I imagine, based on this production quality, that they're going to sell it beyond just the Kickstarter, which I hope they do, because I think it's nicely done. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Take care, be good, and we'll talk soon.